Do you want to improve your English pronunciation? Do you want to sound more like a native English speaker? Well, this is the lesson for you. In today's lesson, I am going to give you 2 tricks to sound like a native English speaker. Let's go. Today's lesson is all about improving your pronunciation. It's all about trying to sound more like a native English speaker. I'm from Canada and we speak, sort of Canadian English, but American English as well. So in today's lesson, we're going to focus on that pronunciation. We're going to focus on American English pronunciation. I'm going to be doing a series of pronunciation videos. In each video, I'll give you 2 tricks to sound more like a native English speaker. These are not difficult tricks, and if you use them, you will sound more like an American or a Canadian. All right, so today we'll go over 2, and my next lessons, I'll go over some more, so make sure you wait and check those out as well. In English, we often will join words together. We like to link words together. But today, we're not going to go over linking words or joining words. I'm going to give you some practical, easy to follow pronunciation tips. I'm going to teach you how we speak English. The very first trick today, we're going to be focusing on the verb are you. Now, one of the most common questions in English is, how are you? All right, maybe you say it, maybe someone has said it to you. How are you? How are you is a very common question. In English pronunciation, especially in Canada and America, we like to join the R and U. Now, this is not a linking word. We actually create a new word. So if I want to ask the question, how are you? The are you, I'm going to change that, and that new word will become ya. Okay, just to repeat that, the are you, we change it to ya, Y-A. So how are you? The question becomes, how are ya? How are ya? All right, so now I want everybody who's watching right now, I want you to repeat after me. Repeat after me, okay? I want you to use the same pronunciation as me. All right? How are ya? Your turn. One more time. How are ya? Your turn. Okay, so now remember, how are you? The are you, we're going to change to ya. Now, this also works with every other WH question. For example, where are you? We change to where ya. When are you? We change to when ya. Why are you? We change to why ya. Who are you? We change to who ya. Okay, so let's practice that pronunciation together. First, I will say the pronunciation, then I will point at you. Then I want you to repeat after me. All right, so first, how ya? Where ya? When ya? Who ya? Why ya? Okay, so remember, are you? we change to yeah. So let's practice some sentences now. Let's practice those questions. Complete question. All right, so first we have the question, how are you doing? How are you doing? Let's change that. Let's make it smaller. Let's join are you. Let's change it to yeah. So how are you doing becomes how you doing. Okay, one more time. Please repeat after me. How you doing? Okay, so from the next examples, I want you to always repeat after me. The more you practice this pronunciation, the more often you will use it when you speak English. Next, where are you going? We change that to, where you going? Where you going? Why are you here? We change to, why you here? Why you here? Okay, very good. When are you leaving becomes, when you leaving? When you leaving? Who are you with? Changes to, who you with? Who you with? All right, very good, very good. Okay, let's do it one more time. I'll give you the correct pronunciation. Please repeat after me. How you doing? Where you going? Why you here? When you leaving? Who you with? Okay, very, very good. Now remember, always try to join. The RU becomes yeah. The RU becomes yeah. All right, so if you like this first trick, if you like this first hint in how you can improve your pronunciation, and if you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up and hit that notification bell, because if you hit the notification bell, you'll see when I post the second part of my pronunciation series. Okay, trick number two. Trick number two, we are going to drop the G in our ing verbs, and we have special pronunciation for going to and want to. Now, in English, whenever we have an ing verb, when we're speaking in the US or in Canada, we will often drop the G. All right, so what does that mean? What does drop the G mean? It just means we remove the G. We don't say the G. For example, going. You know, we spell it G-O-I-N-G, going. So the final G, we remove it. We get rid of it. So it becomes G-O-I-N. So we don't pronounce the final G. Okay, so let's practice. I'm going to say the correct pronunciation, and I want you to repeat after me. So I will point to you and then repeat after me. All right, so we don't say doing, we say doing, doing. Okay, very good. We don't say going, we say going, Going. All right, very, very good. We don't say leaving. We say leaving. Leaving. We don't say coming. We say coming. Coming. And last, we don't say feeling. We say feeling. Feeling. All right, so these are not all of them. These are just 5 common examples. We will often drop the G when we are speaking. So make sure when you're speaking, you don't need to say the final G. All right, just remove it, and we're going to end with the N sound. Okay, so those were 2 tricks. First, we learned that RU, we join them together, it becomes a new word, yeah. And in trick number 2, we learned that we drop the G. So if you have an ing verb, we don't pronounce the final G. We drop it. So now, let's put these together. Let's join them together, both hints together, and let's make some sentences. And I want you to practice your pronunciation with me. All right, so first we have the question, when are you leaving? I want you to change that to when you leaving. When you leaving. Okay, so remember, whenever I point to you, you should be repeating the same pronunciation. Who are you going with? Who are you going with? We will change this to who you going with? Who you going with? Next, where are you coming from? We say, where you coming from? Where you coming from? Why are you doing that? We say, why you doing that? Why you doing that? And the last one, how are you feeling? We say, how you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, so how is that? Were you able to follow along with me? So remember, we make ya. We're going to join the R and U, and we change it to ya. And the ing verb, we drop the final G. Now, of course, when you are writing English, you have to write it correctly. You have to say RU, and you have to include the final G. So it's important that when you're speaking, of course, we're going to join the RU and drop the G. But it's important that if you're reading, you need to be able to speak it using the new pronunciation tips that I've given you. So let's try that. This is your next challenge. I'm going to put the correct spelling of the question, the same questions we just practiced, and then I want you to pronounce it. I want you to speak it using the new pronunciation tricks that I've taught you. All right, so the first question that you're going to see on the screen, please pronounce it, and then afterwards, I will say it. All right, so we have, when are you leaving? Please pronounce this with the tricks that I gave you. All right, when you leavin'. My pronunciation for this is when you leavin'. Number 2, we have the question, who are you going with? Please change this pronunciation. All right, my pronunciation is who you going with? Who you going with? Number 3, where are you coming from? Please change it. My answer is, my pronunciation is, where you coming from? Where you coming from? Number 4, why are you doing that? Please use the pronunciation tips I gave you. My pronunciation for this is, why you doing that? Why you doing that? And last one, number 5, how are you feeling? Please change that to the correct American pronunciation. How you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, so were you able to pronounce all of those correctly? If not, just keep practicing. You can rewatch this part of the video as many times as you want to get the pronunciation correct. Now, we have one more thing we want to go over in today's lesson, and that is going to be the pronunciation of going to and want to. Now, both of these verbs, going to and want to, we're going to join them together, and the ending of this pronunciation is going to be na. N-A, na. All right, so going to, we're going to change it to gonna. All right, so one more time. Going to, gonna. Gonna. All right, so please repeat after me. Gonna. All right, very good. Now, want to, it's the same thing. It ends with na. So want to, wanna. Want to, wanna. All right, so please repeat after me. Wanna. Okay, so one more time. Repeat after me. Gonna. Wanna. Okay, so now let's combine everything together. Let's make a complete sentence with all of the pronunciation tricks that I've given you. Okay, so we have the question, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? So now let's use all of the tricks we've learned to change this pronunciation to sound more like a native English speaker, especially an American or Canadian native English speaker. All right, so one more time. Where are you going to go? We changed this to, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Okay, so now your turn. Please repeat after me. Where are you going to go? All right, one more time. Where are you going to go? All right, perfect. So here we've joined everything together and we've created a sentence that sounds like a native English speaker from the US or from Canada. Okay, so that's 2 tricks that we've learned. Are you becomes yeah. We are going to drop the G whenever we have ing. And a bonus tip was going to and want to. We join them together and it ends in na. All right, so please watch this video again, watch this lesson again, and keep practicing your pronunciation. And now, whenever you're speaking, try to remember these 2 tricks. Now, I will be posting a lot of different pronunciation tricks from now on. I always get a lot of requests with, people asking me, how do I improve my pronunciation? And that's what this series will be. I'll give you 2 or 3 tricks, some hints to improve your pronunciation to sound more like a native English speaker, especially an American or Canadian speaker. All right, so make sure you look out for those videos. And if you like today's lesson, please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. All right, until the next lesson. See ya. Thank you very much for watching today's lesson. Today we practiced 2 pronunciation tricks that will help you sound more like a native English speaker. If you like today's lesson, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. The notification bell will let you know when I post my next pronunciation trick. Until that time, see ya.